As well as being used to be able to design and simulate and manufacture your components, Fusion 360 also has a fantastic 2D drawing toolset, which again will compare against the likes of other high-end CAD systems on the market. Once we have designed and created our component inside of the modeling space, whether it's freeform, whether it's T-splines, whether it's more traditional methods, we can use our workspace to change to our drawing workspace and choose to create either from a design or from an animation. For this, we're going to do from design, but it's important to note that Fusion 360 has the ability to create animations of our components. So we could create an exploded view, for example, which then we can create a drawing of. We're going to create a drawing of our full assembly. We're going to create a new drawing, either from a template or from scratch. I'm going to choose an existing template, and then using that template, I'm going to go ahead and press OK. Fusion 360 will go away and open the template in the background, which, yes, is DWG based, and it will allow me to place components then onto that template. The first thing it's going to do is give me a base drawing view. And using that base drawing view, I can change what orientation I want to work on for that particular drawing. So for the purpose of this, let's place a right-hand view in the middle of the screen. We can choose our style. So I want it to be visible edges only, the scale, whether I want to have edges, whether I want to use center marks. I'm going to leave everything pretty much default and go ahead and press OK. And there I have my first drawing view placed. As you would expect, that view can be dragged around to be moved. And we also have the ability to turn off anything that, quite frankly, I don't want to see on the drawing. So maybe I don't want to see the power cord as part of this. I can also double click that view to get back into control the scale. So should I want to have this as a 1:5 drawing rather than a 1:10, I can change the scale or change the display or whatever I see fit. Let's create a projected view to the side and an isometric view like so. Let's drag the isometric view to the top right hand side and change it so that it is a nice shaded view. Let's go to our ribbon at the top and show you that, as you'd expect, we can place dimensions. So I'm going to click the dimension tool and just show you that we can very easily place dimensions on any edge or against two given points, much like you would expect. We can place those dimensions quickly and easily to mimic the rest of the Fusion workflow. Because this is an assembly, we can also start coming in and placing tables. So if this was a component with a load of holes in, we can place hole notation. If this was a sheet metal component, we could place sheet metal notation. From this perspective, it's just a simple assembly. So I'm going to choose to place a table. And from that table, you can see that we have the ability to choose sheet metal bend table, a hole table, a revision table. I want to place a parts list. It's going to select all the components for me, and I can choose the BOM structure to use for that parts list. I'm going to place it to the lower left of my title block and place that down. And you can see here that it's quickly placed those components in. I can save the drawing as well as export to PDF, DWG and DXF should you need to, as well as pushing the table out to a CSV file. Based on placing the parts list, it's also gone in and ballooned up my isometric view as well. And as you would have seen inside of Fusion, doing more for you automatically. Fusion 360, whether it's modeling, drawing, simulation, CAM, it's got a workspace that really helps you work for a modern and accessible application.